We good?
Yeah.
Cool. What's up? Me and Houn been hanging out, hunting a little bit, brushing up our blind lately. They've done a couple after hunt podcasts. I hit him up the other day, was like, hey, let's just talk some shit. Just do a random one. I think this is episode 7.
7, yeah.
I haven't been in one of the podcasts since the second one, maybe. So I was due. You might get sigged on for those Zen citrus 3s, bro.
Don't worry about it, man. I'm a baby when it comes to this.
Yeah, but yeah, just talk some random shit. Hunting's about to heat up soon, hopefully. We went and brushed up our blind recently and brought a bunch of decoys and our stools and gear up there and had an eventful hot-ass day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there we go. It was a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, the biggest issue was the early storm that came in. Was that
A week and a half ago, maybe?
Yeah, right after the week of opening weekend, we had that storm during the week.
Yeah, I know it screwed up a lot of guys' harvest, a lot of the farmers' harvest. And what they ended up doing with our fields was they let them dry out to an extent, but harvested them, and the soil was still a little wet. So there's these huge ruts in our field.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, everyone's waiting on the rice to get cut, right? So our rice finally got cut, but the harvester put some huge deep ruts in our field. And John, our duck club manager, was like, hey, man, I wouldn't drive my truck out there if I was you.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we'll touch on that a little bit, but we drove the trucks out there.
Yeah. Just touching on a little bit more on the harvesting. We had that storm. Then there was another storm coming in on the following weekend.
Yeah.
And they were in a hurry to harvest before that storm came in because it would have even further delayed the harvest, right? So I thought they were going to wait till after the storm. That's when they were slated, but they ended up getting in, a lot earlier than that. So they did it during that week, and yeah, it was just it was soft mud. I have videos. One of the guys that works for the club sent me a video of the harvester, the machine going through, and I mean, he's 2 and 3 foot deep on the tracks, and they're just sloshing through it. But they got to do what they got to do.
Yeah, it was nasty out there. I mean, they got the job done, and I mean, next step is obviously water, which our water is turned on and has been turned on for a few days, but we don't have a choice this year. Our field has to get stomped because of those ruts.
Yeah, so with that, they couldn't disc the field because of the machine just completely tore the field up. So our only option is to get it stomped.
And now we're at the mercy of when they can get a stomper out there too, which I've been hearing through the grapevine that's been an issue up in the valley.
It is every year.
Yeah.
Getting a stomper, I'm telling you, if you guys want to make some money, go buy a stomper and just hang out. Just hang out off of 162 and somebody will stop by and hire you, dude.
No, seriously.
But yeah, we're at the mercy of the stomper right now. Our field's not 100% flooded yet, but yes, they're trying to get the stomper out there. Once it gets stomped, I don't know how it's going to look. I've never seen it go from nothing but rice stalks. Those rice stalks were 2 and 3 foot, high. So I've never seen it get stomped when the rice stalks were that long. I've only seen it after they disked the field and it was just like maybe a couple inches in the field.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how good of a job that stomper does.
Yeah, I'm curious too. And our pond, I think, is a little bit deeper than some of the other rice ponds I've hunted before with friends and with other people. So I think we'll be okay, but I mean, we'll see. But it was a hell of an event that Saturday. So we all drove up there, 4 dudes, 4 trucks, all rode individually, carried our own fair share of stuff up there. We brought the rakes, the hedge trimmers, a bunch of decoys to just get up there. I mean, there's still a couple more trips of decoys to bring. And it was a lot of work. We got there and we had seen pictures, but we didn't know just how nasty the field was. And we got there and was like, shit. And mind you, it's also 82, 83 degrees outside that day. It was miserable.
Yeah.
So, me and Brandon got there first. We're sitting around looking at the field, and we walk out to our blind, and it took us forever to find it. Our check's all overgrown, and we finally found it. Huffing and puffing, sweating. We carried a bunch of stuff out there too. I mean, it was a lot of work. And when you guys finally pulled up, me and Brandon were walking back to the road, and I also should probably add, we don't have a side-by-side yet.
Correct.
Definitely would help, and that's on the list for future
Along
endeavors.
with a whole bunch of other things.
But yeah, so actually where we hunt, we're fortunate enough that the road goes pretty close up to our check and our blind. We don't have to walk very far, so there's no side-by-side really needed to hunt where we were, but man, it would have helped a lot during setup.
Yeah, getting out there and not having a, chance putting a heavier vehicle out there.
Oh, yeah. So another funny thing, too, is that Brandon was giving Sean a bunch of shit because the Ford made it. Your Ford made it, and Sean's Chevy didn't.
Yeah.
Well, so hold on. Sean's GMC did make it out there. You were the first one to drive out there, and me and Brandon were just standing back kind of laughing, cracking up like, damn, this motherfucker's really sending it.
I told you.
And you made it pretty damn close to the blind.
I was within 50 yards.
So Sean tried to follow the same path that you drove and ended up getting like 2/3 of the way there, maybe.
Yeah.
And couldn't go no further. And we were both just like, fuck, man. Like, we're going to have to call someone with a tractor or someone to get him out because who knows if Houn's truck's going to get stuck in the same spot.
Yeah.
And Sean was able to put it in reverse and wiggle them front tires a little bit and smash in reverse all the way back out to the road.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Prior to this, me and Sean had walked what we thought would be a good path.
The driest.
We were kind of walking through and kind of seeing if we, found any like really mushy spots.
Yeah.
And we didn't. And I remember before I got in the truck, you were like, what if you get stuck? I'm like, it ain't no what ifs. I ain't getting stuck. I'm sitting and, I just got, there was these big pathways where the tracks on the Harvester hadn't ran. So I'd get in those. And then when I wanted to get closer, I'd hurry up and hop over and get into the next like little trail. And there was one point where I had started to slip. Now I was halfway into the field in 2-wheel drive only. Right. So there was one like time where I felt like I wasn't getting traction. So I was like, oh man, I'm hoping I'm not getting stuck. So I get out, look at my back tires and they're just caked with, rice straw and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, let me kick it in the 4-wheel drive. And I just fucking punched it and I started going. And I was like, once I got that momentum, I kept it. And I got right to the point where I was like, all right, I'm not going to push it no more. And I got out there, got outside my truck, held my thumbs up. And then that's when Sean came.
It looked like the redneck Riviera out there, dude. One of those Florida swamp fest.
Yeah. And when Sean got stuck, I was like, man, I'm going to have to turn around and I'm going to have to, kind of reverse. I'm going to have to go towards the road and then reverse back and try to pull him. But I knew that there wasn't going to be a lot of traction to get him out.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I was already, my wheels were already turning like.
Well, in my head, I was thinking like you made it.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Yeah.
And if he's truthfully stuck,
yeah.
You weren't getting him out.
Yeah. What was funny is you guys are probably maybe 100 yards away from me.
Yeah.
And you just hear this loud audible, fuck. And then Sean, he's trying to go forward, back and forth. But, finally he reversed out, like you said, and then found a tougher spot, a more firmer spot, on the very south side on our south pond. He's on the very, very south of it against another road. Yeah, opposite check. And then we had to carry all the decoys through the grass. Now, if the socks didn't have the straw sitting on top of it, because that was like clumping up on our knees.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, we're knee deep and all this rice straw is like clumping up and we're fighting it and we're sweating. Oh, dude, it was tough.
Yeah, I was in a white tee and overalls, and I'm glad I wore my overalls, but man, I was only wearing those like 6-inch ankle extra tough boots. Mm-hmm. I could have really used some tall muck boots out there.
Yeah,
It was. I could have damn near wore my waders, but it would have been so hot, man.
Yeah.
I was already sweating bullets. And Brandon and Sean's son Owen were all out there just shirtless.
Oh man,
Just getting sunburnt and mosquito bitten.
You know, I'm still kicking myself in the ass for not filming all that. You know, I brought my drone and I brought all my camera stuff. I could have auto tracked my truck through the field. It would have just followed me. I could have got an overview of Sean. Could have got all the mosquito bites and all that stuff.
All the lugging shit on both shoulders and stomping through the straw.
But we were in such a hurry, man. We had so much stuff, so much shit to do.
Yeah, we got out there late too.
We all hung out on Halloween night. We all probably didn't get home till like 12.
This was the day after Halloween.
So we had planned like, hey, let's get up and let's leave about 10.
Yeah.
Brandon had to go to Durham to get his 20 gauge. Brandon won this A5 Browning A5 20 gauge at our club raffle.
Badass gun.
So he had to go to Durham, and that's
another 25 minutes past our blind.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit further than that, right? And then Sean had to stop by Kittles.
Yep.
To get some new waders.
Yep. I want to talk about that too a little bit.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
And then you hit the smoke shop at the Calusa Casino. So everybody was doing all these things on the way up.
Yeah.
And then we had to stop by the club because our club, sells ammo. Sean wanted some ammo, so got some ammo for Owen and himself. So there's all these different things. So by the time we got there, it was what? It had to be
damn
like
near 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it had to be at least like 2:30. And by the time we got started, it probably was like 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so we only had like a 4.5 hour window of sunlight to even to do shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. The filming and like all the cool stuff, content.
In my head, it would have slowed us down.
Oh,
we were
for sure,
there.
100%.
And I know you guys are really patient with me, but I don't want to be that guy like, hold on. Let me film this and let me do this. So I need to. That would have been a hell of a video, and that would have been a comedy show.
We'll do it next year, but we'll just have to get up there earlier in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was a hell of a time. Sean, like you mentioned, Sean swung by Kittles and bought a new pair of waders. I just was getting up there about the same time as you guys. What did I do? Did I go to the casino first?
You hit the casino
I hit the casino first and met you guys at Kittles because you guys were just getting there.
Yep.
So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to walk in too, just kind of shop around, see if I need anything. Well, I had my shotgun in the truck, and Grayson with Field and Range Solutions, the gunsmith in the back of Kittles, I walked back there and I'm just kind of shooting the shit with him. I go, hey, my Beretta's got a little broken piece in the trigger assembly. He asked me what piece it was. It was my hammer bushing that the pin goes through, where the D-ring, I guess, holds the pin in there or whatever. I had busted the end of that hammer bushing off. He goes, oh, that's a common thing with these guns. Do you got it on you? I was like, yeah, but man, we're going to brush up our blind. We're kind of in a hurry. And he goes, well, how much time you got? I go, I mean, we're going to go get lunch, hang out. And he goes, just go grab it. I'll have it done in like 30 minutes. So shout out to that dude. He hooked me up. I'll definitely be using him in the future for any gunsmith needs I need.
And what kind of gun do you have again?
Beretta A300.
Okay.
But yeah, he took care of me, fixed the broken part. Sean bought a new pair of waders. We were out of there and up at our blind pretty quick. But like I said, we had a late start, late morning, got up there a little later, stopped and had lunch, and it didn't give ourselves plenty of time.
Poor Sean came out of Kittles, how would I word this? He came out spending an extra $400 that he didn't want to spend. He went in there, they've been selling, if you guys have noticed, they've been selling the Sitka, the old version of the Sitka waders for, I believe, like $800.
Yeah.
So Kittles have been selling them. They just didn't have his size.
Yeah.
And by the time Sean had tried on the new ones, and he was in there, he's like, oh, I like these. And first thing he was like, dude, the boots are so comfortable. Like that's the first thing he knew. And that's the first thing I noticed when I got
cashing out when he tried them things on.
And then the guy was like, well, let me go see if I have, the older versions. And he comes out and he goes, hey man, we're all out of the 12s. Like that's the most popular size.
Yeah.
We have these though in whatever color you want. And now he kind of just looked at me and he kind of just shrugged his shoulders. I go, well, it's a lifetime investment. You'll
Well,
get your money out of it.
I got a note here too, talking about new gear and all the stuff we buy continuously. But this year, 3 out of the 4 of us that hunt our blind are running Sitka waders, and I'm notorious for being a cheap ass. I've my 8 years of hunting, I've done the Amazon waders, I've done the Rogers waders, I've done a couple other brands. I don't want to badmouth. I mean, they work, but I get like a season, maybe 2 max out of these waders before they start leaking or rip. And I mean, I feel certain things in life you really do get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of dudes who run those Sitka waders, and they just last. They're durable, they're tough, they last longer. You got to pay a little bit more, but everyone I've talked to says they're worth it. So it's not really to look cool and be one of the Sitka guys out there head to toe. Like, I'm not about that. I just want something that's going to last, and I'm not going to have to buy a new pair of waders next year, the season after.
Yeah.
So, that's another thing too. We've upgraded some gear. The thing with all the money we spend on this duck hunting shit too is, right, you kind of want to like stagger it. Like, you know, this year we might need to load up on some goose decoys. This year I need a new gun. This year I need new waders and a new jacket. I mean, if you jump in it trying to buy all the shit all at once, dude, I mean, you're good luck. I hope you got an extra $10,000 laying around.
Yeah, and the best thing that I do and how I've acquired all my gear is I wait till the off season.
Yeah.
And I mean, they drop stuff a good amount. Like, you'll have stuff for $200 off.
Oh yeah, you go look online in like April, May.
Yeah, I always take advantage of those, even if I don't need it. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I got my duck oven jacket for like $200.
Yep.
I got my my Delta wading jacket for like $200. I've got some other gear as well. I got my kids. It's basically a shell. It's like the wading jacket. I got that for $100.
Yeah.
Just in the off season, I'll just keep an eye on it. I'm pretty sure all you real duck hunters out there are subscribed to Rogers, and you guys get all the emails coming in. And when you guys see those things coming in, I mean, they got the bibs on sale, and like the real like good nice bibs on sale for. They're not $690 anymore. They're like in the threes. Like, so you really take advantage of those deals when you catch them, because they won't come around, you know. And it could be Sitka just upgrading their gear.
Yeah,
that gear is no better than the new stuff. Is no better than the old stuff. It still has the same waterproofness, the same insulation, all that.
Good boots.
Sitka is just putting out new stuff so they can keep people engaged. That's all it is.
No, for sure. And I mean, your usage on that gear too means a lot too. So if you're just a dude that like only hunts a rice blind, and you're just going out there and sitting on a nice padded stool, and you're walking through 6 inches to a foot of water, I mean, you don't need it. But if you're one of those guys like us that still hit the refuges and still walk through nasty shit and trek through all this thick stuff, I mean, it helps having the good quality stuff for sure.
Yeah, and something I did, and I was just talking to you about this the other day, just regarding care for like my Sitka wading jacket. So I've had it. This is my 3rd season, I believe, having that. And when we were out hunting Gray Lodge and it was raining, I was noticing that the water wasn't beating off of the jacket like it used to. I remember when I first got that thing,
like Rain-X on a windshield,
dude, it was like crazy. I was like, dude, this thing is dope. Yeah. I'm never getting wet. And I started seeing, now still, I didn't get wet, but you know, the garment is waterproof, period. Right. But I was like, man, why is it not beating off or whatever? You know, this thing, it was all muddy and everything like that from our blind last year. So started looking up how to take care of the garments or whatever. Found some Gore-Tex wash that you just throw in the washing machine. And then there's another solution. You do it in a separate cycle. It's like waterproof wash-in stuff, right?
Yeah.
So did that, as well as they have a spray that you spray on the jacket. As soon as you pull it out of the washer, while it's wet, you spray it down.
Well, go ahead.
And then you just let that sit for like 5-10 minutes, wipe off all the excess, and just let it hang dry.
Yeah.
And then we actually had some rain yesterday, And so I wore it just to make sure, and it's back to normal. So it was pretty cool to see that.
Yeah, you weren't wearing it when you picked up Hendrix from school and it was raining, and I had my rain jacket on, and you were out there just getting wet.
It wasn't raining when I got out the truck, and as soon as I get out the truck and walk 20 feet down the road, it starts raining.
Yeah. Well, my wife used to work at North Face, and she told me people would come in all the time like, I bought this nice, expensive North Face Gore-Tex jacket, and I'm getting wet when I wear it. Well, like everything has a shelf life, right? I mean, pretty much no. You can buy the best waterproof gear ever. If you go out and sit out in a storm for 6 to 8 hours, you're gonna get wet. And if that gear's a little bit older, it's not gonna work as good as it did when you first bought it. Yeah. But if you take care of it, it will work better. And also, just kind of what I said a few minutes ago, if you buy the better quality shit, it just tends to work better.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'll have a little update when I sit in a real storm. Yeah, but it's beaten way better. It wasn't beaten at all towards the end of the last season and into this season. So, just a little tip.
Yep, I'm excited to get hunting here soon. We've each been out a couple times, 2 or 3 times.
I've been out 2
a piece. Yeah, it's been slow. Opening day was decent for me and Sean. It was not that great for you guys, and we've all gone out since then, and it's just been kind of dead. But we're hoping with some colder weather up north and some colder temperatures here and some actual weather that we'll start getting into them soon. I mean, everyone knows too, slow November.
Yeah.
It really doesn't get good where we hunt till Thanksgiving time, a little bit later. So I consider myself more of a December, January guy, right? Like right now my mind's on duck hunting every day, but I'm not like full tilt doing it, spending all the extra time I get. I'm actually working this weekend, which is crazy. I never work on the weekends. I was thinking about squeezing in a hunt or two, but it's still early November. I'm going to go to work while I can, get some extra money.
Yeah, me personally, I hunt no matter what. I don't care if I'm not going to shoot a bird. I'll go out there and I'll sit,
Yeah.
But, it's starting now. I've been excited about it all year, and I'm just like, I'm going to hunt.
For sure.
So, if I can hunt, if I get drawn or I get time off to go lotto somewhere, I'm going to do it. I'm going into it like, probably won't be the best today. But
well, me and Sean drove Carter and Owen out to the refuge the other day. We got there too late. They wouldn't let us on. We're like, fuck. So we turned around, headed back home, went and hit another public spot close to our area that historically sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's a place to go, right? But we sat out there, hunted for maybe an hour and a half at the most. Didn't see a duck in the sky, dude. Just looking up at a bright, clear blue sky.
Yeah.
Actually, well, there were a few high flyers, and by few I mean like 3.
Yeah.
I mean there was nothing. There was nothing out there. Nothing more. But the kids had fun. Carter had fun.
That's all.
Got some mosquito bites.
Yeah.
Stood in some stinky ass water.
That was stagnant.
Yeah, and actually the pond we hunted too got like really deep and apart, like deeper than I ever remember it being out there. I actually had to pick Carter up and carry him. Yeah, it was like up to at least, I mean, above my belly button for sure.
Did you guys hunt the pond the one all the way in the back like we did?
No, we didn't. We didn't hoof it that far in. We hunted about midway.
Okay.
And I mean, but like you said, it's still fun to get out there, even if hunting's slow, and even if the migration's not really down here yet, like still go out and give it a shot. And those kind of days too are even better when you have success, because like you shoot 2-3 ducks on a day like that,
and you might shoot a band.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You learned that from personal experience.
Yeah, I did actually. The only band that I've shot so far was at that same spot, and it was one of the closest place to my house that I actually hunt. If anyone knows me, it's going to be a dead giveaway where this is, but I don't give a shit. I mean, go there, go hunt it. Let me know how you do. But yeah, it was a day after work. It was a mid-season day. I got home in time, had a few hours before sundown. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go give it a shot. And shot a banded Drake Mallard. So You never know unless you go, right?
Never know.
Yeah, that's a pretty funny story too. I guess I might as well touch on it a little bit.
Yeah.
So that day I went hunting by myself, quick afternoon hunt. There was only like one or maybe two other trucks in the parking lot. And this specific spot that we were hunting, you have to pick a spot and hunt it. No free roam. So I picked a spot really close to the parking lot.
Lazy ass.
Easy walk. I didn't have high hopes, high expectations. I just wanted to get out. And I'm out there doing my thing, just kind of tucked off in some toolies waiting. And then I see something out of the corner of my eye, and I turn and look and don't really see nothing. And then minute or two goes by. I think I see something again, and I turn and I see two heads duck down, like underneath some toolies. What the fuck? My initial thought was game wardens, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm all legit, so I don't care. So I'm just like waiting on them to walk up to me, give it another couple minutes, turn. They're even closer. They duck down again. So I'm finally like, hey guys, like I see you. Like just come on over, give me the spiel. Well, they get closer. It's not game wardens. It's two other hunters walking through the middle of these ponds.
Wow.
That you're not supposed to be walking through. You're supposed to hunt your pond and your pond only. I get it. Some of them you might have to cross through to get back to the path. But these dudes are like beelining it through my pond. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this? Anyways, they walk up to me. I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're walking back to the parking lot. I'm like, well, I mean,
The
cool. You're
path
kind of
is right there.
Yeah, and my decoys are literally like right here where you're about to walk through. And I mean, they were cool. They were younger kids. I mean, they were most likely walking through the ponds trying to jump shoot birds.
Yeah.
Not supposed to do that there. You're supposed to hunt where you sign up for, but whatever. I talked to them for a few minutes. They went back to the parking lot. Sun's going down. I haven't shot shit yet. These dudes, in my eyes, just kind of screwed up the last half hour of my hunt. They're standing in the parking lot getting their gear loaded back in their truck. Two mallards come in, pass right over the top of me, about 20, 25 yards, but they're doing it moving.
Mm-hmm.
I hit the call, hard U-turn, come right back over me. I probably could have shot both. I think now at the stage of hunting I'm in and the shot that I am, I probably would have dropped both, but I at least picked off the Drake. He was in front, dropped him. He lands in some pickleweed. So the funny thing is, too, is these dudes saw the two mallards fly by me because parking lot's not that far, saw me call him back, saw me shoot one, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, that's what you fuckers get, right? Like, trying to mess up my hunt, walk through my pond, jump shooting birds. Like, that's what you get. So they're still in the parking lot. I'm walking out through my pond trying to find this bird, and I cannot find it. Like, can't find it. So I go back to where I shot it from, to do the whole routine. Like, I know I shot it somewhere over here. It should have fell right there. Did that like twice. Finally walked back out there after looking for this duck for like, I don't know, at least 15, probably 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Walk right up on him, Drake Mallard, pick him up, banded.
Yeah.
I start yelling and screaming. I think them dudes were still in the parking lot, but I'm like, it's got a band. It's got a band. And I actually remember I FaceTimed you. Your in-laws were in town from Georgia, and I'm like, you will never believe what I just shot and where I'm at and the circumstances of it. I show you on FaceTime. You're like, right on. So I packed up my shit and went home, and he's on my wall now.
Yeah, win is a win. It's something, if you would have never went, you would have never got that.
Yeah. Yep. And I actually put the band on my duck call lanyard and ordered a replica band.
Sweet.
From one of the, I forget what the website's called, but you can order a replica band, put in your numbers and all the information, and they'll send you an exact replica. So on that bird on my wall, I have the same band that's on my lanyard. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good story.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll hopefully shoot some more bands here soon.
I'm hoping. A little update. I know I put out there that I'm on my road to 100.
Yeah.
100 birds. I'm sitting at 3 right now.
Oh, well, you'll get there. We're set up a lot better this year than we were last year. I mean, already off top, our location's a little bit better. Our check looks better. The growth on the check looks better. We brushed our blind up better than we did last year, which is another thing we could talk about. The the trial and error learnings of hunting the rice for your first season. But yeah, we're in a better situation. We'll get into them this year, and we also have a few more opportunities this year too, right? So so we've made some friends throughout our duck club, and we're also going to go on a guided hunt this year. And it's like we're not just going to be hunting the same box every single time. We're going to hit the refuge a little bit more than we did last year.
A lot more.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. We were those guys, like, we were leasing a rice blind. We're going to slaughter ducks. So we didn't even really put in for the refuges as much. We still put in. We didn't go as much last year.
Yeah, we didn't hit a refuge until January.
Yeah.
Last year.
Which is crazy.
And I regretted it.
Yeah, 2 years ago, we would have already had dozens of trips in.
Yeah, the first hunt we stumbled upon, we just, out of nowhere, I was like, hey, let's go try here, or whatever. And then ended up in a spot where it's just, there's nothing but pintail now.
Yeah.
Hopefully that repeats itself.
Yeah.
And we can get that three.
And the 3 pintail limit's going to be awesome too for us rice guys, because I mean, there's been days we've been out there where we could have easily shot 12 pintail among the 4 of us.
And that really opened my eyes, like, hey man, we really need to get on this, because like I said, we went there 3 times, and 3 times that same spot produced like crazy.
Yeah.
It was more, really the time me and Sean limited out, that was the most birds I've ever seen dive into a spot. Really, we should have limited out by 7:30.
Yeah.
And now this year, with me being a little bit more patient with some of my shots, and I've already seen it kind of pay off. Yeah. It's me actually lining up and being conscious of it. Yeah. Right? So, we're definitely gonna not just settle for the blind. I think that was our biggest mistake, and that kind of held us back, because there was plenty of times we hit that blind and it just wasn't. It wasn't location. Our cover was messed up too. Like if you look at us compared to last year, going into some of our our blind prep, we left our check. We didn't get it mowed this year, and then basically, and this is another tip for you guys too. If you guys get a cordless hedge trimmer, I got a DeWalt one. There's Milwaukee ones. There's Ryobi ones, whatever. Get you a cordless hedge trimmer, and that will cut down your time on cutting down a lot of the grass and stuff. So basically, we went down the check, kind of, would cut some off the check and then walk down another like 15, 20 feet, cut some more.
And you can't even tell in those places you can't even tell that I mean, there's so much grass.
I guess our mindset in that was just not making too many bare spots on the check. Right?
Yeah.
But it is so overgrown that you really won't even tell the difference. So we ended up, and I mean, we'd grab a bundle, and that was it.
Yep.
In the past, we've taken just these shears and sit here and cut.
Terrible.
And then you get stuck on some, and then you're double and triple chopping before you get through. That hedge trimmer worked wonders, and we were able to, get more than enough cover to put on our thing. So we got all the stuff off of the check and put onto our little flip panels.
And raked a shitload of rice hay up to fill in to fill in around the blind too, and a lot of the Johnson grass. Like it looks really good, looks really natural. You'll obviously see in some pictures and videos from this year what we're talking about, but our goal was to have the check look uniform the whole way down.
Yeah.
Not look like there's a bunch of low cut shit, then a bunch of brushed up stuff right where our blind is, or not look like last year where we had our check mode and there's a lot of, low stubble and mud. And then all of a sudden there's this like bright rice straw that's different color than the mud. Like we don't want any contrast. We want it uniform the whole way down, and we got it. Still got a little bit of work to do.
Yes, we still got to cut some more. We still got to put some, I think we need to put some more on the panels itself.
Yeah.
Because that's, like I said, that stuff will wither away.
Oh, yeah.
And
a couple big storms.
Season,
over the season. Walking over the top of it.
It'll get flimsy. It'll do all. So, that's going to be a constant work. We're going to have to, maybe get up there a day before we go hunting out, hunting, like if we're hunting on Saturday, get up there Friday, afternoon and go out there and do the prep work. So we're not, fumbling in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then, there's a lot of times where we tried to do a lot of stuff in the morning and then it was shoot time. So we had to hurry up and get in the blind. So we were waiting. We weren't giving ourselves a time to, improve the blind per se.
We just got to set aside those maintenance days, right?
Correct.
I mean, it's not even a whole day. Just set aside some maintenance time, go up there a day early, or hunt the morning and then spend the afternoon keeping it together, like adding some straw, adding some rice hay, just whatever.
So we got some other challenges with our blind and our check. Our check pretty much doesn't slope into the pond; it completely drops off.
Yeah,
and that kind of took some real estate for us to put our flip panels in.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of set it up just for kind of shits and giggles to see what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
It blended in, but we couldn't get the right angles on the flip panels because we only have so much. Our box is here, and then the ground kind of ends here and then just like completely drops off. So we couldn't, if it would have sloped down, we would have been able to anchor that in to where it was a little bit lower, right?
Yeah.
Because now we can actually sit on our stools on top of the blind covers and still be covered up. Right? I was thinking of that. The other day, I was like, man, we can actually just sit on top of the on top of the blind covers on our stools and still be tucked in.
We just got to lower it a little bit where it's tall.
Yeah, so get into some of your ideas on that. Like, what do you have like cooked up?
Well, me and Sean both prefer to hunt standing up, and different guys have different opinions on this, but I like to hunt standing up, and then when we see ducks off in the distance, that's when you hunker down, right? So if those panels are eye level, head level, where you can do this number right here while you're standing, when you sit, you're fully covered. So if ducks are working or ducks are coming our way, basically we're all three of the four of us or whatever. If we're only hunting with three of us, two of us will have to get down while one person kind of keeps that head up and keeps an eye on the birds. Mm-hmm. But I think we need to get the panels sunk in at the right angle to where the natural grass on the check isn't sticking straight up and then our panels are laying flat. You kind of got to find that median and find that height to where it's right. But we're close. I'd say we're 60% done.
Yeah.
60%. A little bit more work. That ain't going to stop me from hunting if I get to go up there and
hunt.
Hunt. So,
yeah.
But by in the next week or two, it should be dialed in.
Yeah. And then we're going to come up with some type of steps or ladder from our check into the pond as well.
Well, yeah, that drop off's a motherfucker. We were talking about building like a little wooden handicap ramp down there. We'll have to just figure it out. We'll see. We need to see once the pond's flooded what it's like and what that drop off's like. Yeah. Not the best conditions right up against the edge of our check. Like last year was better, but our blind this year is in a better location on the property. The check looks a lot better. Our brush up looks a lot better. I'm confident we'll make it work.
Another thing too that I noticed too is our pond is a lot bigger. Both of them, really.
Yeah.
Our last year our south pond was a decent size, but it wasn't as long as our pond is this year, and then it wasn't as deep either. Right. So, and when we actually seen the next guy who's south of us, and he was kind of southwest of us, and he was way away.
Right? So, and that's another thing too. This year we're going to be further away
from people,
from the closest guys too.
Yeah.
Which is going to help us as well. Yeah. I believe.
Yeah, and that was one of our biggest issues last year was being in competition with that blind that was south of us.
Yeah.
And we were so close that birds weren't able to completely work and be focused on us without being pulled away by either better calling or more calling, right?
No
There's times where
decoys.
I was sitting in there by myself and I'm competing against 4 guys that are calling, and it sounds like a group of all those decoys that they had on there. It really sounded like they had that many decoys. And I mean, these dudes were whistling. All of them were whistling and hitting their pintail. It's like they had both of them in their mouth at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's what it sounded like.
It's like, do you have 8 motherfuckers stuffed in that blind?
Right. Like they got some little elves in the weeds on there adding to it, you know.
Yeah.
And I just noticed the massive amount of space that we have now compared to last year. So
Another thing too is that, like, I'm not some know-it-all guy that knows how every person's situated in the Sac Valley, but every rice field I've ever hunted, the ponds were rectangular shape, right? Our blind last year, our north pond was like a fucking triangle, almost like a trapezoid or whatever.
It was an acute triangle. It was like a little pizza slice.
We were at the far north blind of that section of property, to where the orientation with the neighboring properties butted up, and that pond was just cut in a funny shape.
Yeah, we had so if our let's just say I'll kind of, this is our box right here, right? This had a weird like shape to it. Then we had another blind here. Then the next check over, there was another blind.
Yeah.
Okay, and then if we were to follow our check down to the west side, there were 2 more blinds to the west of us.
Yeah.
On top of the one being to the south of us.
Yep.
Right. So
Yep.
there was a lot. They were too
staggered
close.
around in different.
And I mean, there were so many birds that we had kind of swinging and working.
Yeah.
And then they just got interrupted
Wouldn't
by
finish.
or by shooting too.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of shooting around all of us. So you know, you get them working in, and that the birds are already finicky on our location anyway.
Yeah.
So anything that spooked them or went against that really hurt us.
Yeah, for sure.
It was just like instantly. It was like, well, you know, and some of the guys were hunting every day. Couldn't get a break. He couldn't get a break from anything. Like, man, these dudes are still here. Like,
no matter
what do they
what
do? Spend
day,
the night?
what
You know
time,
I mean?
that truck is always parked right there.
So, you know, I was happy with. I'm at least happy with the amount of space that we have between the blinds for sure.
Yeah, no, it's gearing to, I mean, you always want to be optimistic, right?
Yeah.
But I really do think even without our optimism, we are set up a lot better this year. All the blinds around us are on east-west checks, and the blind that we're at, the next blind is pretty far south of us, and it's staggered.
Yeah.
So last year, the blind south of us was pretty in line with us, or close enough.
It was pretty.
So those birds that are working like that section of your pond around your blind aren't going to be flying over someone 2 checks south that's directly straight line.
I think, just to be more specific, I think that blind south of us last year was like 375 yards.
Oh, you mapped it out.
And I think the one south of us now is like 475 to 500 yards away from us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
So, yeah.
Another thing too is just got my dog back. Had to look at my notes. Shit I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
I love that dog, man. She's a great family dog, and the wife and kids were so bummed when I sent her off to training for a few months, but it was well worth every dollar. We just got her back a couple weeks ago, about a week and a half ago, and she just turned a year old, like October 22nd or something like that. So she was in training from 9 months to 12 months. It was anywhere between a 2-month and a 4-month training. And the guy called me back and said, hey, I think she'll be ready at the end of the 3rd month. She's doing really well. Had a lot of good things to say about her too. Said that he's worked with a bunch of dogs throughout the years, and she's one of the best dogs he's ever had on place. She's very good with her callback. Her retrieving was starting to come along. And I mean, when she was a puppy, 4 or 5 months old, she was already throwing the bumper in the yard and stuff. And I'm a pretty humble dude, right? So like I was going back and forth between training the dog myself and like following one of those books page by page. And I watched 1,000 YouTube videos on different things. And each video you watch, some guy's giving a different opinion or contradicting someone else. So I said, you know what, screw it. I know guys that have had dogs sent off for training. I'm going to do the same thing. with our busy schedules and busy lives, it'll be easier for us, and I think hopefully better for us long term. Me and her hunting, but yeah, I'm happy to have Kona back. We'll see. Here in a couple
happy.
weeks.
I'm happy for you to have Kona back.
I know.
So let's talk about now. It's funny because you guys got her and kind of wanted to surprise the kids last year at Christmas. So we ended up keeping her for, I want to say it was like a week almost.
Yeah, it was about a week. I think 5 or 6 days almost, you kept her.
And I was in here, I was already starting with her. I was hiding little food.
Yeah.
I was hiding food and trying to test her nose out. And
Yeah.
she was retrieving then.
Yep.
It was short lived. It's just like a kid. Their patience is this thin. But there was, I was, doing little retrieval stuff with her, and she was, bringing it right back for. I get like 5 solid retrieves out of her, and then she's off to playing with my bulldog or whatever it is, and then hiding little treats for her to go find, and you can tell her nose working, and she'd find stuff. So she has it bred into her. Where did you get the dog from?
Yeah, we got her from High Test too, and that was another thing with me. I wanted to buy a dog from a good bloodline, from a reputable breeder that exclusively deals in. I mean, they have companion dogs, and I think seeing eye dogs, and they even do the diabetes dogs. But they're known for hunting dogs. So I wanted to go to a breeder, even if it meant me spending a little bit extra money. I wanted to go to a reputable breeder that had good bloodline, good kennel, and buy a pup from a place like that. And that's what we did.
Yeah.
So I think with the bloodline we bought and the training we've done and the work I'm going to do with her, the work I'm going to continue with her, and just, I mean, they're called Labrador Retrievers for a reason, right?
Yeah.
I think she's going to be all right. We'll see.
And where did you send her to get training?
I sent her to Dustin Retrievers out of Sutter. And the reason for that was I actually know someone who sent their dogs there, and their dogs are hunting machines.
Yeah.
And I called around a couple different places. Was thinking about sending her back to High Test. I didn't. I went with Dustin, and I'm happy with their customer service. They were sending me weekly updates and videos and pictures, and it was kind of like a training session that was geared towards my dog personally, or almost kind of. They were like, well, what do you want out of her? And I hunt. I want, okay. Well, has she done any obedience training? Well, no. Okay. Well, we're going to start with that.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be like a basic obedience intro to hunting. Like, we'll obviously work on all the commands and obedience and the place and the square drills and the leash work and all of the above. But it was also intro to hunting. So they have towards the end of her training, they were sending me updates. They have a frozen duck launcher.
Mm-hmm.
So Kona was actually, they would take a frozen duck out of the freezer, put it in the launcher, launch it into the field, fire a shotgun right next to her.
Yeah.
She'd hear the shot, see the duck fall, go retrieve it and bring it back. So she got some really good attention and hands-on work with those guys, and I got nothing but good things to say about them.
Yeah. It's so there was more, personal. Almost like they were more kind of in tune with you and the dog and your needs.
Yeah.
And catered more than that. Instead of, this is what we do here.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the script, and we're not going off of it.
Yep.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, and it's funny too. We got Kona back, and they told me when I dropped her off, they were like, "Hey, this is gonna be the most work your dog's ever done. She's probably going to lose a little bit of weight. Like, trust us. We feed all the dogs. We feed them more. How much? I told them how much I feed them, fed her a day. And they were actually feeding her more than that, a cup or two more than that a day. And she's still slimmed out a little bit, but she looks good. I mean, not like a bad skinny, like a tone. Like she's fit. Yeah.
And then, I guess another reason why you went with them was price wise, right? Too, because you get some of these trainers that are
I mean, I looked
$2,500 a month.
Yeah, I talked to a dude from the grasslands. I can't even remember his name, but some of you might know who I'm talking about. He's apparently like the dog whisperer. I talked to him. I talked to another guy up here in the Sac Valley. I talked to High Test. I talked to Dustin. I shopped around. I even looked at a couple places out of state, just like, Nevada or the Montana or somewhere within like less than a 12-hour drive. I was open to taking her wherever. And I settled for Dustin, and I'm happy with my choice. We'll see how she does this year.
Yeah. Definitely we'll be marking. You got to keep track of her retrieves.
Oh,
how many she does.
Yep.
How many that she's gone into Thule's and sniffed out. You got to keep it all.
Yep. And this year too, I'm probably only going to bring her to our rice blind just to get her used to hunting and retrieving. I don't think I'm going to bring her to the refuge this year. We'll see, but I just want to get her out there, get her feet wet. And I told you this, I told Mackenzie this, I told all of my friends this. Worst case scenario, she doesn't turn out to be a good hunting dog. She's the best family dog I think I've ever had.
Hey,
so
I have the biggest. Whoop, he's a family dog story. I bought real quick, guys. I bought this lilac tri-merle English bulldog. He's a beautiful color.
Yeah,
has nice features, and I bought him based on being a stud.
Yeah.
The stud market was completely watered down by the time he came of age to start breeding. He completely, that stud market was completely watered down, and people were really picky on who they wanted to breed their dog with, blah, 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 this and that.
They wanted to go to those like the reputation places,
that too,
right?
And just what they've done with French bulldogs too is just size. They wanted smaller. Right,
they want them to look like buff midgets, right?
And my dog's my dog's name is Pumbaa. Pumbaa is a normal sized English bulldog.
Yeah.
Has great muscle tone, great color, great features, everything. But once he got full grown, he was on that larger scale, and that wasn't in. Right?
Yeah.
So, we paid somewhere in the sevens for this dog, and. Didn't get any money back per se on the stud. But you said
you got a great family dog.
But definitely got a great family dog. He's the same age as my kid. We got him 2 weeks or a week before.
I remember all the wives saying that you were a crazy bastard for coming home with a newborn kid and then buying a newborn puppy.
Yeah, we got him a week before Hendrix was born.
Yeah,
and ended up. But the thing is, my mindset on that was like, my wife, she's gonna be on maternity leave. I'm gonna have 8 weeks of paternity leave right off the bat within 30 days of Hendrix being born. So I waited the 30 days, then went on my 8 weeks. Then my wife was off for 6 months. Then we had my mother-in-law come out for 3 months. After the 3 months, I took my state leave, paternity leave. Yeah. So we were at home for almost a year.
Yeah.
And that was nothing but time for us to interact with the dog, train, all that. And he was gentle right off the bat, right? Yeah. So, best that $7,000 that I paid. And I can go into vet bills too. He's even worth more than that, right?
Did that little fucker eat a football or something?
He ate a stuffed like McDonald's Happy Meal toy at I was like 3 months old or 4 months old, and it got stuck in his intestines. So to Sage emergency vet rip off, right? And that was it probably was the bill was like 10 grand, but I think we only paid
pet insurance. You guys have pet insurance?
With pet insurance, AKC.
No brainer to buy that. No,
I think we only ended up paying like 2 grand out of pocket.
Yeah,
right?
we definitely signed
up
for
that. He's a $9,000 dog instead of
yeah.
But like I said, you cannot beat a good dog, especially when they're good with kids.
Oh yeah, I mean, your house, my house, like we all know we got a pretty good group of friends, and everyone has a bunch of little rugrats running around. Like Pumbaa will be in the kitchen with 12 little loud ass kids
crazy,
running around
just
crazy with their shirts off, and
he's
like,
there asleep or asleep,
or asleep, yeah.
So you can't beat the pet. That's the biggest thing, right? It's gonna be cool having a dog go get the birds and working with the dog. Mm-hmm. You're gonna build that bond with that dog.
Yep.
But outside of that, still a family.
family dog.
It's a family member.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. That's all. You're gonna have to worry about her just like you worry about the kids.
Yep.
Did Kona eat? What are we gonna do with Kona? Is she coming with us? Did you do this? Did you do that? She's part of the family now, and we're all, all of us are gonna be appreciative of the work that she does this coming season for sure.
And it's fun for these dogs too, right? I've hunted with my neighbor a bunch, and he's been like a duck hunter since he was a kid, and he's in his late 50s, early 60s now, and he's had dogs forever. And every time I get to go with him, watching his dogs work is really cool. And he's trained them all himself too. And I hope my dog turns out as good as his hunting dog.
Yeah, and she's gonna get a lot of work with 4 of us in the blind.
Oh yeah,
sometimes 5.
Yeah,
we're gonna be squeezing in tight.
Yeah.
But she's going to get a lot of work because in those, especially those slower times when we drop 3 or 4 birds, that's going to be your time where you can work. Hey, dead bird, you can point her to this dead bird, dead bird, and that's 4 retrieves back and forth, right? So she's going to get that work. So
yeah,
for sure, she'll be a good dog.
Yep, I'm excited. I don't got much else. I just kind of wanted to. Can I get another one of those? Mm-hmm. Kind of wanted to come over here and shoot the shit a little bit, talk about our rice blind brush up and hunting season really getting rolling here soon and getting the dog back and just new gear and just same old shit. Probably next one of these we'll be after a hunt.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get on a hunt soon. The biggest thing is I think I'll try to get us setting out decoys for sure. That's another that's a whole nother thing that I told you a while ago. I've been reading everything under the fucking moon about decoy configurations. Now last year, basically we had 500 and some decoys we had them split up on the south and north check pond, and then we basically just put a gap in a landing spot for the birds on each side, the north and south. The goal was just try to force them into that little pocket, but I do want to create multiple pockets this year. There's so many.
You don't think the configuration matters, but it really does. I mean, a lot of guys just throw them out there and it is what it is. But if you spend a little time thinking about what you're doing and where you want to get the birds to work and what species you want in certain side and certain parts and how you mix them, and it all matters.
Yeah, it does. And I think where we failed last year is we failed to adapt and adjust. We did a little bit of rearranging.
Don't be afraid to go out there and change it if the shit ain't working.
Yeah. And we
don't just be complacent and be like, well, I've fucking hunting here kind of sucks. I wonder if there's something I can do to make it better. Nah, let's just pull the lids off and sit down and give it another shot.
Yeah, and once again, that goes back to us not taking the time to, hey, we're not hunting this evening.
Yeah,
we're going out to do work in our pond, right?
Yeah.
So, like I said, this year I want to create multiple pockets for the birds to land in. I do want to spread them out further into the pond too. We had, I think, all of our decoys were 25 yards off of the check, and nothing were deeper.
Yeah,
except the little 6-pack of snow decoys that I got. But
yeah, we got more decoys this year too, which is going to help. Not a ton more, but we definitely have more, and we're still continuing to buy them as our group chat talks about. So here in a year or so, we'll be set up. I mean, think about the guys, at least 2 rice blinds, 3 rice blinds. And I know a couple different guys that do that. They'll all go in with their buddies and they'll basically split the cost of 2 or 3 or 4 different blinds. And I mean, whatever, right? If you have opportunities to go hunt different properties and one might work better, or you do some sort of rotation, or you always have room to bring a guest, that's cool. But what I didn't really think about at first when my buddies are telling me this is fuck, that means you need quadruple the decoys. Fuck, man, that's a lot of work, a lot of money, storage. Where you? I mean, we don't live way out in the country and have a 40 by 60 shop in our backyard to store all this shit. Like,
I'm getting ready.
You keep shit piled in your garage. I keep shit in my shed, in my garage. Sean has a lot of storage at his house. He keeps a ton of decoys there,
Here's
too.
something else we need to split, too, is a shed.
Just
Get
decoy
a shed. Get a shed. We can put it in my
backyard. You got
backyard.
the biggest yard.
Yeah, we can put it in my yard, put it in the back, and it's just a 12 by 10 shed or whatever, and just line it up with hangers, and we can just hang all the decoys.
I think you need a shop back there that we can do decoys on one side and man cave on the other side.
Yeah, and then with my unfinished batting cage back there, I'm building a 55 by 15 batting cage for my kid that I was starting pretty strong on it.
Yeah.
I'm dropping the ball and finishing. It's going to get finished I'd say by February of next year, it'll be finished. But anyway.
So that means you're going to work on it during duck season?
Yeah.
And
I mean, really, all we got to do is concrete the poles.
Yeah.
And then got to do some welding. So whether it's an hour of welding here, an hour of welding there, when I can get Sean over here, it'll, and it's really just two poles with the connector over on each end, and then it's just cables.
Well, you need to put a lock on this gate that we all have a key to, and I'm going to talk to Wheeze about putting a big ass shop back there, because for the people that don't know this guy and have never been to his house, he might have the biggest backyard in East Vallejo. So there's plenty of space back there to do the stuff, but yeah, storage is a deal.
I've been screamed at about this. I'll let you take over, getting screamed at. But
it's funny how we all, whether it comes to hunting or a night out with the boys or a guy's trip or whatever, we all convince each other like, hey, will you talk to McKenzie for me? Hey, will you talk to we all talk to each other's wives to get the group
I'm the
pass.
only one, and I'm the only one. I always get stuck with McKenzie. McKenzie, I love you. Right? I'm going to put that out there right now. But when McKenzie gets pissed off, everybody comes to me. Houn, can you go calm McKenzie down? I'll be like, why I got to do it? And I got to, but me and McKenzie do have that relationship where I can pull her aside. And I don't know if it's just my demeanor or whatever it is, but I always have that
she don't listen
connection
to my dumb ass sometimes.
You just make it worse. As soon as you look her away, she starts going. But I do have that connection with McKenzie where I can pull her aside and kind of calm her down a little bit and kind of reel her back in like, hey,
I do some dumb shit and I do get in trouble sometimes, but shout out my wife. She puts up with all of it. She deals with it. She loves me.
She married you for a reason.
Yeah, right? But man, I mean, maybe she wouldn't have if she would have known all my shenanigans, but no, she's great. I'm grateful to have good friends like you guys that can help step in sometimes and be like, "Hey, I know your friend's an idiot, but will you just listen to me for a second?"
I mean, and it's not with McKenzie only. Like I've had to doctor the other wives. Other wives too. Like, come on, man. Like, us guys, we're just like, it's weird because, and I'm pretty sure a lot of men are like this. It's just like, we kind of just go through our day just not wanting to worry about anything or not care about anything. Yeah. Or we just don't want to put in the energy to go back and forth or be, stick on something. So we're just like, whatever. Yeah. And that turns into, you don't care. But
you're going hunting again.
But it's just like, it's men and women. That's normal.
Yeah, and it's cool too. Like I think we mentioned this before in the podcast regarding the CWA dinner we went to. All of our wives are friends, and they're all of our kids are friends. I mean, they call each other cousins. We're all one big family, so it's cool when we do go away to go hunt for a day or two or a weekend or whatever. The wives hang out, the kids hang out. Yeah. Like there's always something going on, always something to do. They need to get their asses up there a little bit more this year, though.
I was going to try to do that when we did the blind setup, but it just didn't work out. Schedules didn't work out, but you need to get them up and at least just go up there and camp with
hang
everybody.
Out at our duck club. And
I mean, excuse me, really it's not a tall ask because we're up early in the morning and bouncing and we're back by like 10:30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So by the time they get up,
Yeah.
right, they like to sleep in,
Go
right?
up to Chico and have lunch
Or whatever, or just
bring the
hang
kids
out, or we can cook at the club.
Yeah, I mean, it is like camping almost.
Yeah,
like,
I got to bring my fire pit. That's another thing. I got to bring my fire pit up.
We would have had fun. All the wives and kids would have had fun in line out there at Grizzly Island before opening day, dude.
yeah.
That was like a fucking.
Yeah,
it was like a 300-man camping trip.
Yeah.
It was wild.
So yeah, hopefully we can get all the families. I mean, I already like kind of mapped it out in the trailer. You know, I'll put we'll put a twin air mattress in the bunk room, so that'll be some bed space. We had the 3 bunks back there. Then the couch folds out, the table folds out. So
I'll go sleep in the Duck Club on the couch too. I ain't opposed to that shit.
good luck, boy. It'll be 30 degrees. You'll
be like Danny at Lake Almanor. Was it Almanor when he fell asleep in like the hammock chair and it was like legit 30-something degrees outside?
Yeah.
And dude looked content as ever, just sleeping.
That dude will sweat in sub-zero temperature.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What are we like on time? Are we under an hour?
We're sitting at 1 hour and 5, so not our longest.
About the few more minutes and wrap it up. Go watch the Raiders lose Thursday night football game.
Yeah. But yeah, so you know, definitely we got a few more things to iron out with the pond, decoys, water, stomping. And then the rest is just, man, hoping that we're in the right spot and hoping that we get the birds. Like my biggest goal is to actually have more birds decoy instead of pass this year.
Yeah. I mean, decoy shootings is a hell of a lot more fun than pass shooting. I mean, when they land feet down in your face, that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah. And then getting our youngest hunter to actually has some decent shots. Definitely getting him more birds. I think last year he shot maybe 3 or 4 birds total.
Yeah. Maybe more.
He shot.
I think on the youth weekend, he shot a few at YOLO. And
I'm counting that.
Shot a couple at our place, but he didn't really start hunting with us towards the very end of the season last year.
Yeah.
But I mean, his little ass is going to be up there every chance he gets too. So I mean, and same thing. We say this all the time. You gotta go to shoot him. You can't kill him from the couch. I know it's corny. I hate saying it.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of it too. But the more you go, the more opportunities you're gonna have, and he's gonna go a lot more this year.
Another cool thing too that I really appreciated. I thought it was cool to just sit there and watch it. Was the amount of work that he was doing. Yeah, for the blind prep.
Oh yeah,
right. He was out there sweating with us.
Yeah, he's got the sickness, bro. So it would be hard to ask any other 12, 13-year-old boy to put in the amount of work that he did that day.
Yeah,
and he willingly did it. He didn't complain.
And I kept grabbing. I was like, "Hey man, I appreciate you, bro."
Yeah, and he was out there, no shirt on, doing this with the mosquitoes. I'm like, bro, he didn't care. Yeah. He just kept going forward.
And I kept telling him, "Hey, Owen, trust the process. Trust the process." You know, Sean's over there, fuck the process. But you know, it's cool to see that younger generation really take pride or actually take an interest.
Yeah.
You know, now in the, you know, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but in this climate, in this day and age, you don't, you know, a lot of kids want to be glued to something. And I mean, Owen gets glued to his phone at times, but getting them outside of the home and into things, and they're actually interested in it. Yeah. So,
you know how proud I was of Carter the other day when I picked him up from school and was like, "Hey, it's probably not gonna be the best day, but you want to come duck hunting with me?" Like, I mean, it's not the best conditions. We're probably not going to be able to go to the
Yeah.
best spot, but like, do you want to go? And his eyes lit up. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then he came out with me and we had a shitty hunt like I kind of expected. And he had fun the whole time and talked about it the next day.
Yeah.
And has already asked me, when do I get to go again? So I'm like, sweet, we're raising these kids right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be cool to see them grow and develop over the years. And by the time they're our age, they ought to be some duck assassins.
We're going to be following them around. They're going to be like, Dad, I got the spot.
Dad, I drew number 2 at Little Dry Creek.
Dad, I'm on the X. Come over here, and Hendrix is the same way. I cannot shoot a bird, and he'll sit in there, and he'll be bouncing around. Especially the blind is like the best for it because their heads don't even go over the box. They're just in there running around, bouncing. You tell them, hey, there's some birds coming in, be quiet. And they sit there, and they want to see the birds.
Yeah.
They want to see them come into the blind, so they're just like, okay.
Yeah, that was Carter's biggest thing last year. The time I took him up to our rice blind, he was like, I can't see nothing, Dad. I can't see anything.
Yeah.
I was like, son, there ain't really nothing to look at today.
I started taking Hendrix. His first trip was at 3. And
young buck.
Dude, 3. And we hunted the stormiest day at Delavan.
And he didn't give a shit, huh?
He didn't care. And I didn't even have, I had waders for him, but I didn't even have like a jacket that could fit him or anything. So he just sat in the chair. He just sat in the chair with my 2X jacket over him.
Yeah.
And he was perfectly content. I kept him dry.
Yep.
And the people at the check station were just like, you're really taking him hunting? And I looked at him and I was like, yeah. You're not taking your son hunting? Like, oh, he wouldn't sit still. He wouldn't do this, blah, 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 this and that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, that's something you got to deal with.
I remember you getting a lot of kudos for bringing him out.
And it's something you got to deal with, right? Bring your kid out. Like, if you want him to be in that, the earlier, the better.
Yep.
And then, the way I am with him on top of that as well is kind of played into his patience. Because I'm tough on him, right? And but yeah, ever since that first hunting trip, especially when he was able to like hold the first bird, I think I shot a Drake widgeon. Was the first bird that I shot, and
in front of him.
Yeah, and I gave it to him, and he's just like,
Holding
oh,
it.
he's like, oh my God, look at these feathers, I like the colors and blah 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 this, and I was like, that's why we do it. And now his favorite bird is a pintail.
Nice.
So if I ever, and I'm telling you, if you lay out, and this was when he was 4, if you lay out a table full of 16 ducks, I'm like, hey, find the pintail. He'll go through and he'll look. You can see him looking for the tail, right?
Yeah.
And it's hen or drake.
Yep.
He'll look and he'll, oh, this is it right here. This is the pintail. So whenever I go without him, he'll be like, Dad, you got to bring me back a pintail.
Yeah. California Waterfowl has these little duck ID cards that was in like a giveaway pot at the refuge when I went the other day. And I grabbed one and I'm riding around in the truck with Carter and he's quizzing me on what the ducks are.
Yeah.
And he's like, Dad, this duck has a whitish gray head, green on around the eye, and the body's kind of gray. And he's like describing to me a Drake widgeon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, I think that's a widgeon. Nope. Do you want to do the next card? And we had been guessing cards all the time. We were made a little game out of it where he described the bird, and I had to guess what it was by his shitty description. And he's describing this widgeon to me, and I'm like, son, bro, that's a widgeon. He's like, nope. So I'm like, all right, well, next card. He goes, you really want to know what it is? And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's an American widgeon. Bro, like he goes, you said widgeon. I didn't say American widgeon.
That's what you got to be. So now, if he gives you the pintail, you got to say northern pintail, or shoveler.
Northern shoveler.
Yeah, you can't say spoonie. Oh, that's a spoonie. You got to say northern shoveler. It's what it says right here.
Yeah, and he was quizzing me on all the different ducks, and like he would describe a cinnamon teal, and like, yeah, it's obvious, and he could read the word, and it just says cinnamon teal, and he could read those words. So he's like, yeah, but we got the widgeon. And nope, that's not a widgeon. That's an American widgeon.
Well, I mean, he's right. There's a Eurasian widgeon, and there's all type of other.
Love to shoot one of those.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of these kids, I can hear them running around in there. You ready to wrap this thing up?
We've lost containment.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good year. Really excited to get this rolling, and it's right now. It's starting. I mean, there's already a bunch of dudes hunting rice, hunting the refuges. It's not as full steam yet as it's going to be, but I mean, we're there. It's that time of year, so let's get after it.
All right. Once again, give us a follow on Instagram, foul.mouth.tv, and then like and subscribe on YouTube, Foul-Mouth TV. And like I said, the door is always open. If you guys have any topics you guys want us to talk about or touch on, just shoot us a comment or shoot us a message on Instagram, and then we'll make sure to put it in one of the episodes for sure.
We also too got a couple guests lined up potentially for this season too, so you'll see some episodes coming down the works.
Yeah, we'll have
folks.
So it kind of touched on that. We'll definitely have John from the Filthy Spoon on. We've been talking about, we bump into him at Farmers a couple of times, and he's excited about it. So
we're good buddy of ours and good supporter too.
Yeah, definitely get him on there.
Solid dude.
Another guy that's in our club named Dom. We're gonna get him on there.
Yep. See if we can get old Tim on the podcast.
We'll try to pull teeth with Tim, but we'll get on here. He's got a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience. Been hunting since he was like 10.
Yep. I'll get a hunting buddy or two that's willing to do it, and guys from our duck club too. Just some.
Yeah.
How's your season going? How was your hunt today? How's shit rolling?
Yeah. Get John Owen, which is our club president. Already been putting in the word with him. Like, hey man, he doesn't want to be on camera. Doesn't want to talk, but I'll get him on here. And then we'll have the wives on mid-season when they're nice and hot, right? And then there's a couple guys that reached out to me on Instagram. One of the dudes is from Triple B Outdoors. He reached out to me, so we'll have to do. I think he's out in the Midwest somewhere, so we'll have to do a phone thing with him. But yeah, he runs an outfit too, so get a lot of people on, and then really just start getting the podcast thing rolling. Now, another thing that's a priority now is I'm going to work on a logo. Once I get the logo done, then we'll alter our name. Once I get that going and I get our name altered, then we'll start converting a lot of these podcasts to Spotify, Apple, what's the other radio? iHeartRadio. We'll start converting a lot of these episodes to just straight audio too. We'll still do the video, but I'll upload them audio wise too, because I know a lot of people like to listen to them on their way to work.
Yeah.
So that just give us some more flexibility to kind of get our podcast out there. Me personally, I like to watch podcasts. I don't like to just listen.
Yeah.
And that's just me.
Yeah.
So I know there's other people out there that like the same thing.
Yeah, I like the video along with the audio too, but it's whatever.
But yeah, so
sweet.
Like I said, give us a follow on Instagram and YouTube, and then reach out to us if you guys have anything. And once again, if you guys see us out there, don't be afraid to stop and say what's up. We're more than happy if we're at Farmers or whatever. More than happy to have a beer with you and chop it up. So
shoot the shit.
Yep. All right, guys. Catch you guys on the next one.
Later.
Later.